And we are going. How's it going, brother?
What up, what up?
How you doing, man? How's your arm?
Fuck. Doing a lot better than the last time we were here, man.
You want to give a little update on it for everybody?
Yeah, I had to go to the hospital after we fucking talked last time.
Like directly after the podcast?
No, I tried to make it. And I was like... So the previous night, I went to the hospital probably around 2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I'm just going to try and wait till the morning.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. I was like, fuck. Right, so went. And then after we did our podcast, I was like, I'm not going to do the same thing again. Like, try and wait it out and then go. Fuck the wait. Like, you know, just go kind of.
Yeah.
So I ended up going early, like 1:30, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was back home by like 3:30 in the morning, which was cool.
Yeah.
And went right in. They obviously knew right away. They're like, oh, you again, blah, blah. They were cool.
Yeah.
They gave me cortisone right then and there.
Wicked.
The nurse is like, I can give you cortisone. Do you want it now? I'm just like, yeah, do it, because I'm going to have to do it anyways, right?
Yeah.
But that completely fucked my shoulder for a couple of days.
For sure,
that.
dude.
Oh, it was brutal. Like I was telling you, worst pain I've ever been in my life. Screaming.
Little bitch.
Crazy, man. You know, grown-ass man fucking screaming like that.
Crying
bro.
like a little bitch, bro.
Man. Like, couldn't put my own clothes on.
Yeah.
In tears trying to put a shirt on. Like, she's trying to fucking put a shirt over me.
You were saying washing your hands.
Couldn't even wash, but couldn't put my hands together. Even doing this, couldn't do it.
That's wild.
And I'm flipping my hand up and down for people that don't know. But crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. So, and apparently, like they were saying, it's common to have these calcium deposits.
Really?
Yeah.
So how you feeling? You feeling good?
Feeling way better. I would probably say like. I haven't done much with it, but like for pain wise, I'd be like 70% better, man.
Fuck yeah, that's huge.
So yeah, just see how it goes, and already better, off to a better start than my last time my other shoulder fucked up.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
I was kind of worried there that it was gonna be like another whole drawn out process, but we'll see how it goes. A lot better, man. Like fuck, night and day difference. Like,
did they shoot it right into your AC joint?
No, this time was different. They shot it right. I don't know what this is called, but it's like basically the side of your shoulder.
Yeah.
Right on the top where this. But yeah, so right there.
Hopefully they hit
the
that.
AC joint one. They have to do it under medical imaging. So what when you do the AC joint one, they're looking at it through like a MRI
scanner
they
or whatever.
Can see right
okay,
through
so it's
there.
like a live
and you
feed.
can see it on the screen, and they gotta line that shit up precisely. So the AC joint, you need to go do the shot through medical imaging.
So it's like a process. You can't just walk in.
Yeah, this one here, bang, right into the shoulder. So
hopefully you guys hit it and fucking you're done with it.
Yeah, it fucking burned like hell, but whatever.
It's a quick turnaround compared to a year and a half. Jesus.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that's what they're saying. You have to wait 7 days, no matter how bad condition you're in. You got to wait 7 days, and then they'll reassess you from there, right? So,
okay.
Yeah, see how it goes. In a couple of days, see how it goes, and fucking.
Fuck yeah, man. Glad to hear it, bro. Because you were not doing well. You're all doped up last time.
Like, so yeah, like, okay, I was on so many different pills that night, right? Like perks.
Yeah, you were saying you couldn't remember doing the podcast.
Don't even remember. Like, super shady. I was on probably like 5 different kind of pills. And the next day, I couldn't even keep water down. Like, just trying to drink water. And I was just like hurling like all morning. So
that's brutal.
Good times, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I was so high that night, man. And then like, of course, I'm driving, and then they wanted to inject morphine in me, but because I was driving, they were like, "Fuck, we can't do that, right?" So they just gave me pills,
yeah,
and just like go home, take these and shit. So
nice. You probably popped those fuckers as soon as you got in the car.
Well, no, I didn't even. I was like, I actually did wait till I got home. Like, last thing I need to do is take these and just like fucking like drive into a tree or something.
Smoke some tree on the way home.
I'm not trying to do that. I was already hitting the pen and shit, and like, I'm just like, I don't need to be doing that. So, and I'm so close to. Luckily, I'm super close to the hospital, right?
Yeah.
And if they weren't gonna do anything, I was gonna drive to Coquitlam.
You're on like 6 different narcotics.
Oh, totally.
Just
bloodshot, bro.
Mango,
like,
bro.
You know, just a light fucking Tuesday. So, oh yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty lit Tuesday.
Well, I'm glad you're back and cracking, bro.
Yeah, same. Makes 2 of us. How was your week? What did you get up to?
Not a whole lot, man.
No.
Fucking, I ordered. I fucking hate online shopping. You know that?
Oh, see, that's me all day.
Dude, I hate it. Do you know why?
No problem.
Because I've been fucking waiting for these pants that I ordered for literally months, like 6 months to get them.
I'm in the same boat right now. Fuck,
dude. But like, I have a really weird body. Like, I'm short as fuck. I'm 5'6". My torso is completely normal. I wear like mediums.
You're like a dwarf. For people that,
my
that
legs
don't
are
know
like
you,
a dwarf.
yeah. So for people that don't know Drew, just picture a dwarf.
I'm like,
but anyways,
I'm 2 inches off of getting a handicap sign, like 2 inches, real close. But like my torso, my upper body, I wear like mediums and even larges, and like this is a large in a Euro fit, so like normal. But my legs are tiny as fuck,
right?
Like super short. Like I wear like kids XL pants, right? Like tiny shorts, pants. So I love Lululemon, but they always make stuff really long. So I've been waiting to get these one joggers that have a 28-inch inseam.
Okay.
Because like, again, I'm short as fuck, and I need a 28-inch inseam, right? Anything that's like a 30 or 32 is just long. So the thing though is apparently everybody who's short wears these pants because as soon as they come on sale, they sell out.
Okay.
And so I've been going into the store. I tried on like the extra smalls and the smalls in their normal ones, right? And like the smalls are a little bit baggy in the ass, and so the extra smalls fit in the ass, but they're a little tight. But I'm like, fuck, okay, I gotta go the extra smalls. Tried on like my friend's pair who has smalls.
Okay,
I'm like, fuck, okay, I'm gunning the extra smalls. Finally, they come into stock. Ordered 2 pairs. They're after like $300 fucking, dude.
And what kind of pants are they?
They're just like joggers, like super comfy Lululemon joggers, right?
Yeah, okay.
They got here today. I've been waiting weeks for them. They finally show up. Too tight.
Oh, word?
Dude, I'm chapped, and they're already sold out again.
Oh, shit.
So I gotta wait. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Whether I'm gonna try and return them, because you can only order them online. They're online only.
See, with me, like, I stick with a few brands, and I already know how those clothes fit on me, so I'm good to go. You know what I mean? It's a pretty safe bet with me.
Yeah. See, because forever I've like always gotten jeans that are like 30s or 32s, and then hem them. But
I was gonna say, why don't you get the other pants longer and just take them to the?
The issue though is like with joggers, there's like the stretch at the bottom, so you can't hem them. So you have to get joggers that fit right off the rip.
Okay.
Plus, like all my pants that I have, like they fit, but I have to do like a crazy amount of like cuffing and like, and I still have to hem them anyways, and like they don't fit as good as the pants that were like actually made for a 28-inch inseam, right? Okay, so I've been like trying to find companies. Actually, I finally found Lulu has these joggers.
So you graduated up to a medium now, bro? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
Congrats,
baby.
Man.
Youth extra large, not large now, but I'm a double XL. Let's go.
Fuck yeah, let's do this.
But yeah, I'm pissed off about pants, and I gotta shit myself right now. I'm fucking not having a very good day.
Yeah, it's rough, man. Feel for you.
I don't think you understand my struggle, dude.
So we were just talking. The Clippers blew Game 7.
Yeah, we're recording. What day is it today? Tuesday night.
This is
Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we literally just the Clips blew.
Game just ended a little while ago.
Dude, they shot the bed in the fourth quarter.
Bro, Paul George finished with 10 points. And
I'm like,
for sure, Kawhi will come through, no problem.
No,
that's Kawhi.
dude.
Finished with 14, like 6 of 22. I think he
Lou
shot.
Williams finished with like I think it was 8, either 8 or 11.
It was a repeat of the previous 2 games. Big lead in the first half, and second half just get rolled on.
Because it was on at the gym. I was working out, and I saw the lead in the first half. I'm like, oh, they got this already on the bag. Like, it's over.
It's like, no, that's where Denver's like right where they want you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they straight up blew it, man. Like, kind of put a smile on my face. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, there's been like a lot of teams, or not teams, but players specifically, have been shit in the bed. Like Kawhi shit the bed this year.
Well, I would say Kawhi played pretty fucking good. Paul George definitely shit the bed.
14 points.
Yeah, tonight
in a game
didn't
7.
Play great. But like,
realistically, you're up 3-1. You shouldn't be in a game 7 anyways.
I think he had like 5 or 6 of 30 plus.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
He played all right.
It was not.
I ain't putting like today for sure. Yeah,
like when you
didn't have to answer the bell.
It's like during the Raps run though. Like he knew that he couldn't count on Lowry. He couldn't count on Siakam to put up big numbers, and he took it to them. You know what I mean? And he had to do that again tonight. And he didn't do it.
Well, you know, all you keep hearing is Clippers are the deepest team, this, that, and the other, and straight up nobody showed up.
It's not looking like you, man.
Denver, first team in history to come back from 3-1 twice.
Twice.
I think definitely. If this was a regular season and there was travel and fans, they wouldn't have done it twice.
No, I don't think so either.
I think that definitely played a role into helping them do it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they still did it. All the credit to him. Murray, I think, had 40 points.
Yeah, he did. He had 40 on the dot.
Jokic had a triple-double in 3 quarters. So they couldn't stop Jokic at all.
Is really a walking triple-double, dude. Like, that guy always shows up. It's wild.
So, yeah, no, it's crazy. I remember last year, Murray in Game 7 didn't play that good against the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
He shot pretty poorly. And he even, said he used that as motivation. Put on, 12 pounds of muscle. Went to, the Kobe Academy.
Yeah.
He really took that shit to heart. And it shows,
Pause.
It was definitely his coming up party.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're not going to get back to it if we don't. Speaking of the Trailblazers, did you see Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum going off on Twitter as soon as the Clippers lost?
No, I missed that shit.
They're like, yeah, dude. They're both like Dame's like, yo, CJ, how's fucking Cabo or whatever? He's like, it's good, bro. I'm extending my trip. Bunch more players are coming down. They're like shouting out Pat Bev. They're like, at least you can't blame Pat Bev. He did better than his average. They're like just going off on the Clips, dude.
I love it.
Crack me up.
Good rivalry there for sure, man.
Dude.
Fuck yeah. So that's awesome. You knew Dame was gonna get something in.
Oh, for sure. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to Jamal Murray, dude, he played out of his mind. And that's what when Jamal Murray plays, that team is.
And are we gonna get is this Jamal Murray going forward? If so, fuck.
Not gonna lie,
Denver's got something.
Dude, I called this Western Conference Final at the beginning of the season. I said Lakes, Denver's conference finals, but I think Lakes go through. So I'm right on one side of the board.
Nice.
Because I said Boston. Dude, I could actually predict the finals. I could have actually done it. Oh, shit.
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
One what?
I was going to say something about the Nuggets, but I totally forgot what it was.
How do you think they do against the Lakers?
I don't think it's close. Well, I'll give them. I think Lakers in 5. As good as Jokic was this series, he's got to deal with Anthony Davis. So
yep.
And as much as I like Jokic, his defense is atrocious. So
yep.
It's going to be. I think Lakers in 5.
I think so.
And I already picked Heat in 7 in the Celtics series. So the way that game ended today was ridiculous. Bam's block was fucking retarded.
Lily's hand was in the net.
That game was so retarded.
Was so sick.
Miami piss poor coming out.
So fucking hot.
They were down by 13 in the first quarter, and I think 16 in the first and 13 in the fourth. But fuck, man, Butler, the dog comes through. That series is gonna be so sick. Tatum played really good. Hero played outstanding.
Both teams had five players in double-digit points.
It's gonna be that one's gonna be a long, drawn-out series, and I think whoever comes out of the West, Lakers, is gonna probably benefit them just because they're gonna be beating up on each other. I think it's gonna be a tough 7-game series.
When does Jimmy's contract expire? Did he get traded to the Heat?
No, he signed as a free agent.
Oh, okay. So did he sign a max deal?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but
because he's earning every single penny of it.
Because that was the thing. I think he could have stayed with Philly
for less money. I'm pretty sure it was a max deal.
I'm just gonna look it up right now. Actually,
who's I can't believe why I'm blanking on this right now, but
it was 4 years, $140 million.
Attaboy, Jimmy. I think this
was a sign and trade. That's what it was.
I think this moves him into the realm, not top 10 player in the league, but it gets him a lot more respect. It puts him up there with the Jokic. Is it Jokic or Jokic? Jokic. I think it puts him up there in the Jokic area, Paul George area. You know what I mean? Of just he's that talented of a player.
So sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Butler left $50 million on the table when he left Philadelphia.
Did he?
Could have signed for $190 million in Philly.
Good for him.
You know what I mean?
He's getting the fuck out of
there. Yeah, he's just got to be a bit better, and I think he will be offensively. I think he shot in 36% on jump shots this year. Pre-bubble.
Yeah, bubble's been going off.
But and he is going to become better. But yeah, I definitely would want that guy on my team.
Fuck 1,000%.
That's the guy I want to go to war with. He hit in the fourth there. I think it was the 3-pointer at the end there where he got him into overtime.
Yep, he did, and then he hit the game winner as well. That floater.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that was an and one too, I believe.
Yep, he was, or it wasn't floater. I think it was a layup actually.
But no, that game was so sick. I can't wait for the rest of them, to be honest.
Do you think if the Celtics is Gordon Hayward coming back?
Yeah, he's coming back. I don't know when, but they say he is definitely coming back.
Because I was about to say if the Celtics have Gordon Hayward, and then I remember today I saw something where it says something about Gordon Hayward for Game 2. I don't know if it's, I hope, or if it is, but I think he makes a difference if he comes back.
I don't think so, because I don't think he's nearly game shape. Mm-hmm. And to be, it's gonna, and you won't get in game shape, I don't think, that quick either. So it's gonna take you a few. So I don't know if this series he'd be ready, but if they got past this series, yeah, I think he'd make a huge difference.
Who's the guy that they're starting in his place?
I could be wrong. He might come out and kill it, right? But that's just what I think.
Who's the guy he's starting in his place right now? I forget his name. I don't know why. It starts with a D. I totally fucking forget. Either way,
it's Tatum, Brown, Tice, Kemba Walker, and Marcus Smart. Isn't that starting?
Tice is who I'm thinking of then. It must be Tice. But he is putting up, I think, less than even not game ready Gordon Hayward could, and I think that extra 5 points a game makes a huge difference because this series has been so close. Just this game one was obviously right on the. Shut up, Siri. This series and the rest of the playoffs are going to be so close that I think that extra 5 points a game makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he does come back. I don't know. Maybe he comes back like Rondo did for the Lakers and then fucking kills it. Rondo, what he did against Houston.
He's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
Unfucking real. Playoff Rondo's a real thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Does Hayward come back and do that? I'm not banking on it. See what happens, though.
I think... I don't think Rondo playing like that is a one-time thing.
You see Westbrook and Rondo's brother getting into it?
No.
Yeah, they're getting...
on social?
And no, in the game. And Rondo's brother got tossed.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I guess Rondo's bro is the barber.
Oh, okay.
And so, but him and Westbrook were going at it, bro.
Fuck
yeah. And
oh, dude, if one of my brothers or boys is playing the playoffs and I'm there, you better believe I'm chirping the other team for sure.
It was pretty cool.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't get in trouble, but it was pretty dope though.
I do think, like I said, I do think this is indicative of what we should. I think we can expect Rondo's play to continue to be this good. I think he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. I think he's got something to prove. I think he's also frustrated with injuries. He's had a lot of bullshit injuries this year and the last year. So I'm stoked. He's kind of not the glue, but kind of is the glue. He's the on the court leader that team needs.
Oh, he's an extra ball handler that they desperately need. They can't have James continually bring the ball up the court.
I also think him playing allows Caruso to do so many more things.
Caruso's been playing really good too.
He's been playing
definitely
unreal,
hitting all the shots,
and it frees him up to play off the ball. Because Caruso is kind of playing as a ball handler with Rondo being out, and I think he's better off the ball. And because he has such sneaky athleticism that I think he can make plays, and Rondo can read those plays.
I don't know when Caruso's contract's up, but hopefully he puts aside some money to get that fucking hairline done.
He's done tons of interviews about it. He literally is
about it.
Dude, I know, and it's hilarious because he's like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I think it's hilarious." Even in college, his hair was going down like that. It's ruthless.
Oh my god! If you seen him walking down the street, and for someone that didn't know sports, and be like, "Yo, that guy plays on the Lakers," they'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here!" But you can imagine him and
Joe Ingles at a bar, they're getting the shit kicked out of him. Those two wieners.
Look at these losers. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Meanwhile, both of them will just work your ass.
Oh,
dude.
Fuck yeah!
Buckets.
So speaking of the Rockets,
yeah,
boom, they get bounced, right? Everyone's like, "What's gonna happen?"
Oh, you called the situation. I don't think you called it on here, but we called it at work. You might have called it on here. So,
D'Antoni tells the Rockets, "Yo, I'm not coming back."
Yeah,
and they asked Harden before this drop that, "Yo, do you want D'Antoni back?" And he's like, "Oh, for sure." And like he is obviously the perfect coach for that system.
Yep.
Now he throws a wrench in the situation. It was like, now, did he do it because he knew he was gonna get fired? Is my question. Is it like a what do you call that?
A preemptive strike or move or
fuck
whatever.
You, like I know I'm getting fired, so I quit.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it that move?
Oh,
like,
you
I'm
can't
thinking?
fire me, I quit type deal.
You know what I mean? And you're like kind of maybe saving face that way if you think so. I don't know if it was, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
I think so. I think the is it Daryl Morey's the Rocket owner?
Daryl Morey, yeah.
I think he knows that he needs to make a change. Clearly, it's not working. Tried it being Chris Paul. It's Russell Westbrook. I think that move was stupid. Obviously, like there's bad blood between Chris Paul and Harden, supposedly. Yeah, I think that team. You know what's fucked up though? Like I say, that team's been mismanaged, but realistically, if Chris Paul didn't get injured, I think it was 2016 or 17 when they were up 3-2 on the
Golden
Warriors.
State series. Yeah,
they could have won that series. I think they would have won that series.
They could have won the chip that year.
That's what I mean. If Chris Paul didn't go out, they probably have a chip, and this is a completely different story.
Yeah, and like okay, so D'Antoni went 2-17-1-1 in 4 seasons, a .682 winning percentage,
which is wild.
This season was his worst, and that was 6-11.
Yeah.
Problem is now he's 28-23 in the playoffs.
Yep.
He was coach of the year. He's gonna get a job, whatever job he wants. I think is his.
It'll be.
Rumor has it that he's gonna do the Indiana job. I thought Philly would.
I'd like to see him in Philly. I'd really like to see him in Philly.
And like, here's the thing too. Like we talked about this too, about like his system, small ball, right?
Yeah.
You see it also too in the Boston Raptors series. When they go small, teams never go big. They always go small to match it.
Yeah.
And what do the Lakers do? They put Morris in the starting lineup, went small.
Yeah.
Put Davis at the 5, and like I thought this was great. They asked D'Antoni after he lost the series. They're like, the reporters were like, "Does your small ball work in the playoffs?" And his response was, "Ask the Lakers. That's what they beat us with," and it's totally true.
Yeah.
So like, great comment I thought by him.
Yeah,
it was
100%.
like a fuck you in the nicest way possible.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
You know what I'm saying? But it's totally
like
true.
Other teams are ripping me off. Clearly, it works.
The Lakers beat the Rockets at the Rockets game.
Yeah.
They went small.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
like JaVale and Dwight. Like Dwight,
there's 2 games they didn't even get a minute.
No, like you know. So it's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't know. It was fucked up. I thought that was a great comment, great comeback by him. And now the problem is now you got Harden and Westbrook that are guaranteed $250 million over the next 4 years.
I'm fine with the Harden contract. I'm not fine with the Westbrook contract. I'm really not a Westbrook fan, like at all. I like his attitude, but I'm not.
Oh, I love his passion, athleticism, but he's a cancer on the team.
Yeah, he's
just
he gets when it really boils down to it, he's unable to defer.
Yeah, he's the erratic, crazy.
Yeah, he gets
his pride takes over, and it's like
that's the right word I'm looking for. His pride.
People back off him and like, I dare you to shoot it, and he cannot swallow his pride.
It's all ego. It's all ego.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take this jump shot, and
even when he's been shooting 2 for 14. Like, it's so ruthless.
But after watching this, who the fuck is gonna take Harden?
Yeah.
They say there's no contract untradeable, especially in the NBA, and it does ring true because there are guys that got moved that I didn't think would get moved.
I think there's a lot of teams that take Harden.
You have to sweeten that pot if you want to
I think there's a lot of teams that take Harden because he can take a team.
Harden, yeah. I'm talking Westbrook.
Oh, so you said Harden.
Oh, sorry. I meant Westbrook.
Yeah, Westbrook.
Harden's not going anywhere.
No.
Because Westbrook, but like...
Because Harden, and people make the argument like, okay, Harden can't win chips, and that might be true, but realistically, owners, yes, they want to win chips, but it's about making money. And if Harden can consistently get you to the playoffs and you're watching 40 game at like 36 point per game averages, like him going off, you're going to get fans in the seats. You're going to be making money. Westbrook doesn't do either. He doesn't win anything in the regular season, and he shits the bed in the playoffs. So he's just not a good look all the way around. And, Harden at least makes you money.
Also, Daniel House didn't help the situation when he got suspended for the rest of the playoffs for letting someone in his room. Like he let some broad, I think the COVID tester or something like that.
Yeah, he like
letter in the room, violation, you're suspended. And not like he was going to make a difference, but like that kind of shit would never happen on the Lakers. Because, LeBron has everyone dude. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Definitely a leadership thing. I don't know. What do you do? I don't know what they do now, though.
What do you do if you're Daryl Morey? What do you do next year?
I don't even know.
What do you do? Like if you're
wouldn't want to be a coach there. Because I don't think you have any draft picks. I don't know what your cap's looking like, but it ain't good. And you got no players. You're fucked,
you have to
man.
deal with two divas.
Yeah, you're fucked. So I don't know, like, and who does Harden and Westbrook want there, or who does Harden want there is the question. Because the NBA goes is whatever the star wants is the coach they get. A la Kevin Durant, he wanted Steve Nash, he got Steve Nash.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like, honestly, it's gonna be whatever Harden wants, but I don't know, man. I don't think I would want that job.
Side note: do you think Steve Nash is gonna be successful?
I do.
I really think so too, because I think
it's not an X and O's thing. It's a
player respect.
It's a player management thing. It's like
when you have
the relationship that he has with Kyrie and KD. I don't care what other coach you think is right for that X and O's wise. It won't matter if they don't like him as much and respect him as much as Steve Nash.
When you have someone like KD and,
you hear
and
KD
Kyrie,
talk about
it's
Steve
respect.
Nash? Yeah. KD was on a podcast talking about, on JJ Redick's podcast.
I didn't know JJ had a podcast.
And yeah, it's one of Bill Simmons' podcasts.
He's nabbing up everybody.
Oh, he has like 30 podcasts under his umbrella.
That's wild.
So, but KD was on there talking about Steve Nash and like the respect that he has for him, and like I said, like even if you put like Popovich there, KD wouldn't speak that. I mean, you speak highly of Pops, but KD, that's who he wanted.
When you have a Hall of Famer, someone who's been there, someone who's won chips, someone who knows the game as well as you do, inside and out, and can think on your level, you need someone who can be respected by KD and Kyrie, and someone who wasn't an ex-player at the level of Steve Nash isn't going to do it, because they're going to look at you and be like, shut the fuck up, I know way more than you do. But how
Steve
can you...
Nash basketball IQ is off the charts.
That's there's only a couple people in the world who I think KD and Kyrie would genuinely say, no, you know more about the game of basketball than I do, and Steve Nash is one of them. I think he's a perfect coach for that job.
All the people that were bitching that Steve Nash got the job, doesn't deserve it. Plenty of NBA coaches, and especially point guards, have gotten jobs with no experience. Doc Rivers, there's been a bunch of them. I'm too stoned to think of the rest.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. There's been a lot. I'm sure people know the stats, but I do think he's going to be super successful.
I think that's a match made in heaven. I think that's really the perfect coach to bring in.
Super. I'm not going to lie. Didn't even see it coming. Didn't hear a whisper about it. No one heard nothing about this. So apparently he called Raja Bell, ex-NBA player, who also has a podcast on Bill Simmons network. And Raja Bell turned him down. He just said he's not ready for that yet. But like I said, he has Jacques Vaughn to teach him the ins and outs. He's going to be the highest paid assistant coach this coming year, and he'll show them the ropes. So he doesn't got to worry about that part of it. I think it's going to be a good marriage.
I think so too. Want to talk some football?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Where do you want to start?
Fuck.
Because there's like so much shit to talk about.
Get into it. What do you want to talk about?
I mean, we could talk about my Giants first off. I know not a lot of people care, but I care.
Yeah, no, fuck. On our show, we can talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's the beauty of it, man.
Yes, sir.
What about the Giants, bro?
What did you think of that game?
I thought Steelers were exactly how I thought they were going to look. I think they're going to do good this year. Big Ben came out rolling. Giants started okay. I was worried about Danny Dimes had the fumble issue last year, right? I think like 18 of them.
Yeah.
I was surprised how much of a tough time Saquon had last night.
Yeah.
And he admitted he's got to do better, but it was a tough night for him.
Yep.
But I don't know. Like it's gonna be growing pains for the Giants for sure, right?
I was actually so like as a Giants fan this year, and we talked about it a little bit last week. This year, all I want to see is just progress. I don't care about having a winning record. I just want to see progress. And last night was a game that I think the Giants can like hang their hats on and actually be proud of. That the one sore spot, Saquon obviously, and then that pick in the end zone by Danny.
Yes.
The second pick, it was garbage time, and he's just trying to make something happen, throwing it down the field. That is, I have no problem when QBs are trying to do that. They're just trying to force stuff. That's not a bad play. You make that play every single time because 1 out of 5 times they make that catch and you have another shot, right? Like, that's fine. But if they had scored on that drive in the end zone, that's a completely different game, and the Giants very well could have won that game. They were in the game the entire time. They weren't getting rolled. It was competitive. And as long as the Giants are competitive, I'm totally happy. So I was actually really, really not pleasantly surprised, but I was very happy with how they played.
Yeah, like
for having a new coach.
Yeah, like I said, you got
Danny took over midway.
New coach.
I'm totally okay with it.
It's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be a tough year, but like don't just have Giants fans can't have their expectations too high.
Yeah,
and that way you can't be let down. You know what I mean? So,
but it showed that like we're a scrappy team, a team that can actually play, a team that has a chance to win.
I think Jones is going to be a good player.
I think so too.
And I think Saquon's already top 3 back.
Yep.
So I think Ingram's going to be a star.
And I think Darius Slayton's had a bit of a coming out party again too.
That was a nice 41-yarder, right?
Yeah,
man. Chuck there. So
he was starting to pop off last year a little bit too, and I think he's going to be good.
It's gonna take a while, especially like it's a common theme, but like when you have no OTAs, like everybody suffers.
Yep.
So, I mean, Pittsburgh looked really good.
They did.
They look fucking. That offense. That's the thing, though. Big Ben, the last year he was healthy, led the NFL in yards. Him and Juju on the same page. It's just like clockwork with those two.
Yeah, he looked good. I mean, I kind of gave the prediction that I thought he wasn't going to do that year. He didn't have a good year. Obviously, it's game 1.
I love
we'll see, but
Dupree and Watt good. Too on the defense together. Just sick to watch, man. So yeah,
Watt is so nasty.
Yeah,
TJ is so
TJ's
sick.
dope, and with him and Bud Dupree, like Dupree contract year 2, he's gonna do phenomenal. Yeah, they're fun to watch. Their defense is always good. What's the next one? What else do you want to talk about?
Was there anything you want to pick out specifically?
What did you think about the Saints and Bucks?
Again, similar to how I feel about the Giants, I'm okay with them losing.
Well, like
the Saints,
I don't know who would. Honestly, I had Saints winning anyways.
The Saints are top 4 team in the league. They very well could make the Super Bowl. They just about made the Super Bowl last year. They should have made the Super Bowl the last 2 years, basically. That's some bogus calls.
Michael Thomas out for several weeks with a high ankle sprain.
That sucks. That sucks a lot.
Yeah, definitely puts a wrinkle in everything, and those never heal properly.
No.
So even when he's back,
that's one of those things where even if he can be back in 4 weeks, you let him sit for 6. You need him down the stretch, and I think the Saints can win without him, no problem. The Saints can make the playoffs without Michael Thomas, no problem.
Yeah, they
might not win the division.
Look at I can't remember the schedule, but
they might not win the division with him out for half the season, but to have a healthy Michael Thomas for the playoffs, it's worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But going back to that game, the Bucks were in the game the entire time. There was some stuff that looked sloppy, but like you said, this is a brand new team. Everybody on that team is new. There's so many new pieces on that team. There was no TAs, no preseason, no nothing. This is their first crack at it, and they were competitive with one of the best teams in the NFL. I'm totally okay with this.
We talked off air about one problem I have with Tom Brady and this offense is, like, last year they were built on a deep ball with Evans and Godwin. And the worst thing Tom Brady does is throw the deep ball.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, going to be huge. Like, New England, he's always Welker, Edelman, always the slot guys, Amendola. Though that was his big target, and that's not the strength of the Bucks offense. So it's going to take honestly, I give the Bucks offense till like Thanksgiving,
midway through the season,
and then see,
yeah,
I'm not going to put Brady, both interception were Brady's fault.
Yep.
Arians let him know about it too.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love about Bruce though. He doesn't care if you're Tom Brady. He's going to let you know. So yeah, and definitely Tom ain't used to that shit, man.
No.
You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. He owned it. Obviously, he had to. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Like you said, competitive game. Drew Brees didn't light it up by any means.
I think Chris Godwin and Evan. What's Evan's last name? Mike Evans. It's Mike Evans. Evans' last name. I think they're good enough to receivers because even though they were built on the deep ball last year, I think they're such good receivers that they can adapt their game, and Tom can adapt his game a little bit, and then kind of meet in the middle. You know what I mean?
They're gonna have to. You know,
and I like I said, it's gonna take a couple weeks. There's gonna be a little bit of time to mesh together, but I think like midway through the season, they're gonna be kind of like hovering around 500 up until midway. Then they're gonna have a game where they either like blow a team out or they come back from like a fat deficit, and it's really gonna gel the team. And I think they're gonna be unreal throughout the back half of the season.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I give him till around Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, I think you'll see him like really turning it up. So.
One thing I actually want to talk about this at the top of the show because we are at the top of talking about NFL because we didn't do it last show, and I was like, how the fuck did we not do this? It was make a prediction for the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And we didn't at all, and I was like, how the fuck did we not do that?
Probably because I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
So, yeah, okay.
Being
prediction for Super Bowl. Well, I already told you. I think it's Baltimore. I think is going to win it.
Yeah, we both do.
So, honestly, before Thomas went down, I was going to say Baltimore and Saints. I'll still say it because that's would have been my prediction last week. So
yeah, I think it's going to be Baltimore. I actually have a lot of faith in the Bucs. For me, I'm humming and hawing between the Bucs and the Saints. I've liked Drew Brees and the Saints for obvious reasons for a long time. It's been like my second favorite team.
Like everyone talks about,
but
Tom falling off. Drew's gonna have to fall off too, though, at some point too, right? So no one ever talks about him falling off, which is kind of weird.
And every single year for the last like 5 years, Tom Brady starts the season 0-1, 0-2, 0-3. Tom Brady's done, it's over, and then he fucking makes Super Bowls. So I'm actually gonna say it's gonna be the Bucs are gonna make the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, eh?
Yeah, that team's just too good. There's all the pieces are right.
Bucs and Ravens.
Yeah, and I think Ravens win it. And I think
Saints and Ravens.
I don't think Tom ever wins another Super Bowl, but I think this run cements him clearly as like, hey, I was just as much. I'm not a system QB. I was just as much a part of the Patriots dynasty as Bill Belichick was.
I'm not putting no weight into that like argument. They're both like super important. It's not always.
Me and you have talked about it for sure, but there's a lot of idiots online who don't think that.
Yeah, for sure. But like, yeah. They both wouldn't have done it without each other. So,
no.
You know what I'm saying?
But the amount of times the fucking Patriots have been down 5 or 6 points, it's the fourth quarter, and Tom Brady, like clockwork, marches them down the fucking field and scores a TD. I can't even count the amount of times that's happened. And those games where like, it's like watching Tiger Woods back in the day where you're like, you just know he's going to win.
Super.
It's fucking, what is it called? What is it, like Sunday? What's the fucking Sunday called? There's like something Sunday, Final Sunday or something, whatever. It's Sunday. Tiger Woods is wearing red and he's gonna fucking win the Master. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
Saturday's moving day, right?
Yeah, and then
Sunday
something. I don't know. But Tiger always wears red, and like back in the day when he was younger, he was just gonna win. Doesn't matter how many points he was down, he was gonna fucking make the shots up, and he was gonna fucking win. And Tom Brady was like that. And so like the people who say that Tom Brady is a system QB, like even already, like there's tons of memes where like Tom Brady's face like in this game after the game where he's like or whatever, and they're like, yeah, when you realize you're a system QB, it's like, dude, you can't disrespect Brady like that.
That's just people like
dude.
I think people just like to do that just to get rises out of people too. Like,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like trolls.
But I've also seen a lot of like
call them.
Yeah, trolls. But I've seen a lot of serious conversations, and I'm like, dude, you can't.
Yeah, you can't put like. This is only one game. Like I can't be.
It's the first
I'm not
game.
too high or too low on nothing that I've seen this weekend.
But if we're going off the first game, fuck, Gardner Minshew is the greatest QB of all time.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Right.
Did you see the speech he gave in the locker room afterwards?
No, I didn't see it.
Fire me up, bro.
Oh yeah.
Gardner Minshew is a fucking G. Hold up. It was sick.
You should grow a mustache.
I can't, dude. I look like a pedophile. He kind of looks like a pedophile too, though. So.
Straight up. Everyone that has a mustache looks like a pedophile.
Okay, here, listen to this. This shit fucking fires me up.
That just shows what we can do right there. That's just a glimpse. That we ain't even scratching the surface yet. Do not be satisfied with 1-0. We got another division game coming up. Let's bring it this week in practice. Iron sharp as iron. Let's go win again, baby. Hey, win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yo,
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
you peaked at week 1, son.
Dude, that shit
okay.
That shit fires
You know what
me
I'm
up
saying?
though, dude. Okay, how can you not like get fired up over that though?
Yo, I got them as like my second worst team in the league.
I said they're gonna win 5 games just because I like.
I think I said something like that too. I have it on here, but I still think Cincinnati,
Oh, dude,
even though
they're
Burrow
trash. They're
good,
absolutely
but they're gonna
trash.
Be, yeah, I
But
think so too.
I think Gardner's sick.
So he's pretty dope. He's a good story for sure. I'll give you that. Fuck yeah.
I think he proved that.
Washington guy for college too. I think right.
Yeah,
He was.
And like if you look at the numbers he put up, like yards per game and this, that, the other, like he set records, and not just like for Washington, for like college football. Like he was setting records when he was up there, and he was like top 3 like yards ever, some shit like that, like or top 5, like wild. So the guy can ball, man. The guy can really, really ball.
Yeah, we'll see if it carries over for sure.
So far, so good.
So far, yeah, I ain't gonna hate. But like I think they peaked in week 1, so that's just my opinion.
We'll see. I forget their schedule, but
Straight downhill from here.
but they're going 16-0.
Give me that Gardner locker room interview in like 5 weeks from now. I want to hear what it sounds like.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yo, the Tennessee game.
Yeah. Steven Gostkowski.
Goskowski, yeah. Okay,
Dude,
so
he saved his ass.
okay, so for backstory, for people that don't know, Tennessee last year had the worst field goal kicking in the entire league. I think they only hit on like 44% of their field goals.
That's fucking.
So they went out and got Goskowski. He's like New England's all-time point leader, fifth all-time,
5th most accurate
and
kicker before the game of all time.
he proceeds to miss 3 field goals and an extra point.
He then he dropped from 5th most accurate to 8th most accurate.
Is that right? Just 'cause of
after
last
that
night?
game, yeah.
Yo, the coach gave him a shot in the end to win it, and you know, yeah, sure, he did it.
You have to do it. You have to give your guy a chance.
But like, I guess if you're Tennessee, you're just gonna be like, this is just an aberration, and we're just gonna roll with him. You're not gonna cut him.
Well, you can kind of take it one of 2 ways, right? You can be like, I think you got to put faith in him. I think he's been at New England forever, and I think this is like a symbolic. I'd take this as like
He's earned this L.
Yeah.
Like whatever, move on.
I take it as a symbolic. This is a breaking of the curse. You know what I mean? Like the curse had him in the first half, not gonna lie, type deal, and then fucking pulled through at the end, type deal. So we'll see. I hope he does well.
What else?
Is there anything other thing that Washington actually won against the Eagles?
Yeah, down 17, they came back.
It's just fucking wild.
Wentz blew it.
Yep.
And I'm trying to back this guy up every time. And every time he lets me down. To have that collapse is inexcusable, though, especially for him.
Yeah.
You can't make any excuses for the guy. It just has to be better. You can't give the game away like that. So
Yeah,
I expect him to be better.
That was just a straight botch job. I mean, yeah, we both predicted
Nothing more
to win the
embarrassing
division.
than to lose to Washington.
Washington football team, a team that doesn't
You know
even
what
have
I'm
a
saying?
name, bro.
You don't even have a name. Come on, man.
Washington's front 4 looks good though.
Yo, their front.
They look good.
You know how many number 1 draft picks they have on that line, man? Chase Young played unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have like 5 or 6
First round draft picks.
first round draft picks on that line.
It's wild.
So they better bring it, and they did bring it.
Dude.
They sacked Carson 8 times.
Yeah. There was a couple photos where literally they had
Few were Carson's fault, but whatever.
Yeah.
Still, 8 sacks, phenomenal. Right?
There was a couple photos I saw where they literally had like 2 defensive linemen past the O-line running after Carson like multiple times. Like it wasn't even close.
No,
like they were getting worked.
It was pretty bad. So yeah.
Didn't the Eagles have injuries on the O-line already?
Yeah, they have O-line issues before.
Already,
Yeah, like this whole. They got guys playing out of position. Some guys aren't even there. Their O-line's definitely a mess.
Yeah.
But whatever, you were up 17.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, how about the Cardinals beating the 49ers?
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, I don't think the Niners are gonna fucking do well this year, man.
No, I think they're gonna have a tough year. And now also too, I seen while I was watching that game, Kittle hurt himself. He came back, but I don't know how that injury is gonna go going forward.
Dude, tight end,
and that's gonna hurt even more because they already fucked up on the wide receivers. So
Tittle. Mixing tight end and Kittle, and I got Tittle.
That's fucking dope.
I'm gonna call him Tittle from here. I don't know. Tight end injuries are finicky, because tight ends are this weird position where you got the body of a DB, but you're expected to be athletic as a wide receiver, and so you get a lot of guys getting injured. Like I'd be curious to know what the average lifespan of a tight end is. I bet you it's lower than the average NFL player. Like on average, like comparing like a tight end to something else.
Just on average, it's like 3 years.
I bet
That's the average career.
I bet you tight ends are like 2, because tight ends to me always get injured because they got to block. They're blocking against defensive linemen. They're getting hit by linebackers. One of the worst
jobs. You're always coming over the middle too.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Those guys get beat up, and so even if you're George Kittle, you don't want to see an injury. Was it ankle too?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, you don't want to see. That's like the worst injury. You don't want to see that at all. So
he did look better than Thomas though. So I don't know. Well, I don't know. Like I said, he did come back.
Yeah.
But
prayers up for the guy.
Don't know how's it gonna go going forward. Thankfully, he just signed his fat contract.
Yeah,
so.
But prayers up for him. He's dope.
Kyler ran for 91 yards.
Kyler's the real deal, dude.
Oh, Russell Jr. out there.
Yep.
And Hopkins too. He had 13 catches.
He broke 100 yards, right?
Oh, he had like 100. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, but I know he broke 100. He had 13 catches. I know because I think Houston on Thursday, all their receivers only had 12. So yeah,
him
and he signed that extension too. He's like 2 year, $54 million or something extension.
Yeah, good for him.
So
him and Fitz could legit, similar to like the year Godwin and Evans had last year. Like those two could be like the highest yards per game receiving duo in the league this year. I
think Kenyon Drake's gonna be huge there too. I think that offense that Kingsbury runs, I think they're gonna have a good year. They're gonna definitely, I think, surprise a lot of people.
I think so too, and I think I still think they're probably gonna come last place in the division. I think it'll be a little more competitive, but I think if this year they keep building momentum with their offense, and then next year they shore up some holes on the defensive side, they could win that division next year.
I think they pick up some good wins this year, though.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this is like the gap year, or not the gap year, the transition year.
Yeah,
and then I think
take a big leap this year.
Yeah, then I think next year, if you shore up some holes, you make a playoff run. Then the year after that, you shore up your last 1 or 2 pieces on your defensive side, and I think you got a real contender.
I've seen a lot of people liking them like this year to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I seen a couple people say that they're going to come second place, maybe make a wild card. I saw one person, I forget who it was. I forget one analyst. They said they're going to win the division.
I love that extra wild card, I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, so do I. It makes things so much more exciting.
Fuck yeah. It's about time, too. I'm surprised you didn't think about it. Like, it's just more money for them, too.
Fuck yeah, it is, dude.
So, yeah, I know. That's going to be super dope.
Yeah, like I said, I still think Rams are going to win the division. I think Seahawks make the wild card. And then, oh, sorry. No, I said Rams are going to win the division. Niners are going to make wild card. Seahawks are going to miss the playoffs.
I wouldn't be surprised if San Fran misses the playoffs altogether.
Just last week you were saying they're going to win the division.
But like, there's always the hangover, right?
That's what I was saying, right?
Yeah. So
it's a real thing. It's a real thing, dude.
There's always 2-ish or so teams that are really good that do bad. Like, I didn't think about this last week. There's always those teams that come back that are supposed to do good. San Fran's going to be one. There's going to be another 1 or 2 too.
Yeah, man. You look at, like, apart from the Patriots, every single team that's lost in the Super Bowl, they're shit the next year. Pretty much, not every single, but most of them.
No, but it's there. The stats are there for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very, very real thing, right? Like, because it's one of those things where, like, you got to realize how hard making a Super Bowl is. And so, if you're the 2 teams that are on the Super Bowl, they believe with fucking every inch of their soul and their body that this is our year. Like, it takes so much to make it there that they're like, we're destined for this. This is our year. This is so, like, 100%. It's got to be us. And then going from that high of winning the conference finals, the conference or divisional championships, to then losing in the Super Bowl is such a crashing, like, low.
For sure.
That it mentally breaks people. Like, there's players who never look the same.
Also, too, is we never talked about. There's gonna be the one or two big injuries that fucked someone's team up too this year. You know, that always happens.
Yeah,
You're
always.
gonna have that star that just ruins that team season. If they get injured, they're out. You know what I mean?
Who do you think this year?
Fucking Lamar. I'll go out and say maybe it might be Lamar. That just throws a wrench in everybody's fantasy's fucked.
Oh, dude, for sure. People are gonna be chapped.
That would be a big one. I don't know what there's gonna be. It's just inevitable. It's gonna happen. It happens every year, right?
Well, I was gonna say it's almost inevitable that it's gonna happen to Lamar, like running like that and
Yeah, that's
putting
what I'm saying.
yourself
Like
through
he
that
takes
much
the most
damage.
chances, right?
Yeah, man.
But the flip side is no one could catch that motherfucker either. So you know what I mean? But like we seen, takes one plant and you tore your ACL,
and you just
right?
blew out your shit. So
the Cowboys tight end this weekend against the Rams, non-contact.
Just
Same with
plant.
Marlon Mack
Yep.
from the Colts.
just plant and gone.
So
I'm gonna say it's Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun.
I don't think the Texans are gonna do great this year, anyways. But I think Deshaun blows something because that guy has no offensive line and he uses his legs a
He's
lot.
got no weapons either. I know they got Fuller, but he's always hurt.
And he's got no offensive line. He's got
Actually, he
use
did
his
Fuller
legs
pretty
a lot.
good on Thursday. I'll give it to him there. But yeah, over the season, you can't they gave him all the money, obviously for sure, because he's your star. They gave him that $160 million. But like, who wouldn't give him that, right? Obviously.
Yeah. He's just on.
But
the
now,
road
are you
too
gonna
much.
give him anything around it though? Is the question? Are you gonna give him or it's just gonna be him, and you're just gonna have a shit team for the next 5 years, right?
The issue though is for me, why I think he's gonna get injured is when you have D-Hop, if you're getting chased around, you at least have a target that you can always get the ball out of your hands to.
Yeah.
D-Hop, even if he's got a man on him, you got a good chance he's coming down with that ball, so you're gonna make that throw most of the time. In those situations, I don't know anybody on that team that's gonna be open, so he's gonna get hit. Because he's going to have the ball in his hands and have nothing to do with it, and he's going to get smoked.
I can see Fuller getting open just because that guy's speed is so sick. But consistently, yeah, it's going to be tough.
When you're getting played man press with a safety over the top playing double on Will Fuller, I don't think Will Fuller is going to open at all, bro. I think he's getting locked. If you get the DeAndre Hopkins treatment, nah, dude.
Oh, he wouldn't even get the D-Hop treatment. That's some rare treatment right there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, out of anyone on that team, he can definitely get open with his speed. But consistently, I don't know. We'll see. He can't even consistently stay on the field. So,
Was there anything else you took away from the weekend? Everything else, for me at least, seemed pretty standard. They're
Cam Newton, they ran the fuck out of Cam.
Yep.
That's not sustainable at all. But I think this is what happens. They're gonna run him down. And then Belichick doesn't sign him.
You think so?
Yeah, that's my call right now. They'll run the fuck out of him, and then they won't sign him.
I hope Cam shows out this year.
Oh, one of the crazy ones was the fucking Lions blew it. The Bears came back huge there in the fourth quarter.
Buddy who dropped the ball in the end zone was a fucking moron.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That ball was in both your hands. You looking at the ball right on you. Defender wasn't even within arm's reach. You had that catch, and it was just...
With 6:20 in the left in the fourth quarter,
dude,
they were up 23-13. They had a win probability of 96.8.
Mm-hmm. That game was over,
and they lost. So that's
the most Lions shit to do.
Yeah, it's straight up the most Detroit thing to do, right?
Dude, if you lose to Trubisky like that... Bleh.
Oh, shout out Burrows. He should have won that game too.
Yeah, Joe Burrows
hated the call on Green.
Yeah, that was bad.
Just like the call in the Cowboys-Rams game. I thought Jalen sold that shit like a motherfucker.
For sure. Live, it actually looked legit, but I've gone back and watched the highlights a couple times. No. That shouldn't have been OPI.
And then Cincinnati kicker misses and grabs his groin right away. And
yeah.
I'm like, are you just doing that just to get sympathy, dude?
No
or is your
shit.
shit really fucked up, you know?
We'll see.
I'd probably be grabbing my hammy, too.
Oh, for sure.
Up, I
just blew my hammy.
So... that was shitty for Burrow, but
it's good to see him playing well though.
And Baker really sucked this last Sunday too.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Baker? Because if he has another shit year, do you think they'll move on from him?
No, here's the thing, people.
That offense is loaded, man. He should be putting up numbers.
But he's had
4 different coaches.
4 different coaches, and how many different offensive coordinators? Like 3 or 4 different offensive. So I want anyone to go in there with 4 different head coaches and OCs, and let me see how good you do.
Yeah.
Like, for sure, some of it's on him. Decision making. Like, when he came out of college, accuracy was his big thing. Everyone was fucking raving about this kid's accuracy.
Yeah.
That was his strong suit.
Yeah.
Definitely not a strong suit in the NFL going forward. So, I do put some of it on him, but I ain't going to put all of it on him. And if it was me, I think Stefanski's going to put him in the right position to win. But like I said off air, I think Odell's gets traded.
I could see it.
Wouldn't be surprised if New England picks him up. Ooh. On the cheap. I'm going to call that what Belichick does. So that's my early play right there, early call. But I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't mail it on Baker just yet. That's just me, though.
It's understandable. Like, I'm kind of in the same boat you are, I think, too. I think he's...
Like, you can tell he took it way more serious this year. He's not like yappy.
Yeah.
And like, yo, you're not that good to be yappy, bro. And I think he realized that after last year. He's just like, yo.
There's, like you said, there's no one that really could come into that situation and be expected to do well. It's such a shit go. Like, coaches don't want to coach there. Nobody wants to go there.
Yeah, it's... I don't blame them, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's like a graveyard, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Me personally, see how he does this year and just, guys, I guess, go forward, move forward, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Russell, too, lit it up yesterday.
Fuck yeah, he did.
I think he had 4 TDs and 4 incompletions. Or no, sorry, 3 TDs, 4 incompletions. So, killer.
Did you see Jamal Adams being like, they're interviewing him like, what do you think about Russell scoring that many points? And he's like, fuck, I ain't used to it, bro. I got used to it.
I see that.
Your offense scoring points?
He loved it. And he played well, too.
He did. He played really well.
So, yeah, no, I'm super stoked for him.
I think he had 1.5 sacks, right? I know he got for sure 1.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know Russell, too, watching that first quarter, they, like, I don't know if this is, like, they're actually going to, like, let him play and throw the ball, like, instead of just run. We'll see how it goes. Like, that offense is kind of like 1990s offense that they run over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it'd be nice to see if they do it. Like, I love DK Metcalf.
Yep.
So yeah, no, just good to see Russ have. I think low-key, he's gonna be my pick for MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was right there last year. He could have won
it. He's never had an MVP vote, which is disgusting.
Never, really?
Never. Which is fucking weird to me.
Yeah, that's really wild.
Yeah, but and also too, like, kind of off course, but this reminded me of something. Kyle Lowry, led the league in charges, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker didn't make any of the all defensive teams. Like, not third team. How are you gonna tell me that guy's not gonna make any of them?
Yeah, I'm not a really big Kyle Lowry fan.
But, like, just by that stat, like, the leader of the blocks, they're going to get on the all-defensive team. Mm-hmm. If you lead the league in blocks. If you lead the league in steals, they're going to put you on the all-defensive team. You tell me why the leader in charges taken doesn't make it.
Because Ricky Rubio's a better point guard?
Yeah, okay, sure. How many rings? And here's another thing I've seen, too. The most clutch shots in the NBA playoffs, so that's under 2 minutes remaining, with the score within 3
I gotta give him props
in the last 5 years. He's number 1 in the NBA with 14. LeBron has 11. KD has 8.
I gotta give him props this year. This year he played really well in the playoffs.
Yo, last year, Game 6, he scored like the first, 11 points, set the tone, and they won the game. Like, that guy's one of the best dogs in the leagues, I think. So, anyways, I just wanted to say that I thought that was kind of a joke that he didn't get picked. Off. I thought it was kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But, anyways, what do you want to talk about?
To be really honest with you, I want to go shit. We're at an hour.
All right. You want to cut it there?
Yeah, I'm sweating my balls off here.
Sweet. All right. Let them know where they can find us.
Highly Unlikely Pod on everything. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.